Ooh, that light does not look good. There we go. Yeah, the light in your office is really bright. There we go. Okay. There we go. Hi, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? It's me, the real Manos. Remember me? I don't. And I just wanted to say hello and welcome back to my life. Let me get this thing off here. No, I can't do it. That's good. All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Identification. Yeah, thank you. There we go. And here, I'm trying to get some stuff set up here. Hello. Hey, Marianne, it's been a while. It has been a while, hasn't it? And I just wanted to, I don't know if I can share this. All right, let me get going here. If you don't mind, it's going to be a second here of me trying to figure out how to fix this thing. And there we go. I'll share it here. And I'm just going to be talking about some stuff here. So just give me a second here, and I'm just going to get things shared on my various platforms that get maybe one like. Let's see, we're live. Join the fun. Here, I'll put a question mark. Come join the fun. There we go. That's more like it. Yay. Yay. And let's see, we'll just be setting this up in just a moment here. And on page you manage, like, oh, hey. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Man, that takes a long time. Okay. Let's see, the real Manos. We're live. The fun. Okay. And let's see. Copy. Here we go. And copy. Here we go. And I'm just going to do this here. One more thing. And I'm just going to share this on the Red Knight Facebook page. So anybody who looks at the Red Knight there, they can pick up on this. Let's see. We're live. Whoops. Yeah, we're live. There we go. And there we go. I think we're done. Okay, now we've done with the boring part of our show. Let's see, Marion's asking about Owl House. Yes, I have watched Owl House, and I'll be talking about it quite a bit. And hold on, let me turn this off here. I think this might be a little bit better. Yes, it does. Now, hopefully, a little girl ghost will pop her head out of there, and I can end up on top 15 scariest videos. That would be great. I would love to hear the host on that show mispronounce my name. That would be great. So, Minos. Oh, Cristelli. Oh, man, he butchered the shit out of that name. Cristelli. Oh, Cristelli. That's okay. Anyway, I am back with another live broadcast with my wife thing. Let's see. I'm kidding, of course. I'm joined by my lovely off-screen wife, Lindsay. Yeah. So that's right. So she'll be joining us here tonight. Anyway, main purpose of the show is to talk a little bit and self-promote my Kickstarter for Red Knight 6, a Murder a Bee, which is ongoing now. It's live. You can support the comic and support me. Isn't that great? I also am doing this video as sort of a catch-up. If you hadn't noticed, maybe you haven't, I haven't been on YouTube for a bit, and maybe I should get into that a little bit. You know, I'm beginning to feel like I bring this up every time I do a live show now. I go into this huge explanation of why I'm not doing videos. Maybe I'm just not doing videos. But like a lot of people, 2020 has depressed me and has been kind of a bludgeon on my creative output. Not so much my writing. Actually, to be honest, I've done a lot of writing and been very productive this past year when it comes to writing. When it comes to writing comics, I've been working on my novel again. I've been working on a Geek for Fun's YouTube channel, which is fantastic. You should definitely watch their channel and my episode, the Dreamstone Caper. I've written a couple of scripts for next season of their Batman series. I don't know if that's greenlit or not. I'm really happy with those scripts. So I hope they can be broadcast. So outside of that, I've been kind of like, I'll be honest with you, I have not been excited to do YouTube over the last year. I've watched, like a lot of YouTube channels, I've watched my algorithms and my numbers drop like tremendously. And I've noticed this on a few other YouTube channels too. It's not just me. I haven't been like, oh, I suck and no one likes me. No, I've seen other channels that I saw do much better like 3-5 years ago are like, you know, fighting for views. And you know, I always like was in kind of the hundreds, maybe low thousands on, you know, videos on average, and that's dropped considerably, which is, I'll be honest, which has been kind of depressing because the past couple of years I worked really hard on some videos. If you watched me over the years, you know working hard on YouTube videos is not my thing. So when I do and nobody watches it, it's kind of a bummer. And then over the last, I don't know, since 2016, I've witnessed a number of YouTube's rise in fame, at least YouTube geek culture fame, who are like really fucking awful people and saying awful racist, misogynist, homophobic, transphobic kind of things and get lots of views on their videos. And like, you know, all you have to do is just put a picture of Brie Larson or Catherine Kennedy or an emoji puking or an emoji laughing. And that one liberal woman that was yelling in that one video that every creep uses, even though they don't know who the fuck that is or what she was mad about. And then blah, 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 blah. You know, that's, of course, I'm not going to do that. But I've been seeing other people like succeed who do good work. And I've become quite a bit of an admirer of those people. Like Casually Comics, I'm a fan of. Caped Joel, I'm a big fan of. The people over at Comic Pop, I think, are great. I think all these people do really good, positive comic book work. And of course, Lynn Cara. But I mean, he's like, you know, he's huge. He's like, he's like Johnny Carson in this kind of culture. So I'm not even gonna pretend. You know, it's weird. I think I've been doing this longer than Lynn Carr. What the fuck have I been doing wrong? So, by the way, I'm not like, I hope this doesn't sound like I'm like really kind of like down on myself or down on YouTube even, or down on other people, shit like that. Because I don't know, it just kind of is what it is. And I've been just kind of trying to figure out what my YouTube channel is going to be. And I'm beginning to think like, you know, why don't just, you know, you started this for fun to find other people and talk and stuff like that. Why don't you just do that? Who cares if 20 people watch your videos? I don't know, maybe that's not a bad idea. So I'll definitely do, I actually really do like live videos quite a bit. Maybe I should be more sophisticated because I don't know, this doesn't look great. So maybe if I start getting more people watching, I'll get a little bit better technology. I already got a new computer. Boy, this is exciting. So I'm gonna switch off from that. So yeah, I'm been kind of like rethinking the channel and trying to decide what to do. I definitely like doing reviews. I feel like maybe I should make more commentaries, so when a thing happens, I'll talk about it like I used to, and I kind of don't do that anymore. So maybe I should do that again, because I do have sense. I have 2 cents, and I like to share them with you sometimes. So that's kind of where I am now. So I've given people a chance to like hop on a little bit, and Marion's asking about Owl House, and I've been watching the shit out of Owl House season 2, and I gotta say let's see, man, this season is just kind of blowing me away. Like every episode like is so dense with material, and it's so funny because it's technically a comedy show, and sometimes it's not even attempting to do humor, which is pretty cool. I've heard Dana Terrace speak on how this show is normally a lot lighter than the kind of material she wants to do, and kind of the way she kind of thinks as an artist and a writer. And it's like, oh, okay, I kind of see a little bit more into your mindset of storytelling. And I absolutely love it. It'd be, we're about, let's see, the show is supposed to end after the 3rd season, and maybe we'll get a 4th season. I don't know, but it's looking like, within a couple of years, the show's going to be done. I'm very much looking forward to whatever she does. Man, it'd be cool if she could do like a more like adult themed series. I'd be very, very curious what she would do, because this has been amazing. Like it really does feel like the training wheels have been pulled off, and Disney's given her a lot more room to create. I think that's kind of the Disney Channel system. I think that's the Disney Channel system where they'll be really involved with their own ideas for the first season, and it should be funnier and episodic to lure people in, and then they give a little more room to the creator on the 2nd and 3rd season if they get them. And okay, I think that's kind of I think I'm kind of seeing, because I've seen this with Gravity Falls, I've seen this with Wander Over Yonder. That's why that show failed. Oh, and definitely saw this with like Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I mean, that show really did kick into gear on at the end of its 1st season. And I'm with Amphibia, and I'm also seeing that with this show. So that's really cool, and I'm very, very excited about that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that show, and there's some comic book news that literally just broke today that I'd thought I'd talk a little bit about, and that is the fact that let's see, Batman Legends. I don't know, Batman Legends or whatever the hell that Urban Legends or something like that. Issue 6 came out, and let's see, that's today, Tuesday, and apparently, let's see, the 3rd Robin, Tim Drake, who by the way is my favorite Robin, he apparently is coming out in the story as bisexual. There's a story involving him and this other character named Bernard, where they do this cute thing where Bernard kind of like mentions going out on a date during an adventure, and then he shows up out of costume at his place going, hey, mention a date or something like that. So that's really cool. And this version of Tim, post New 52, Rebirth, Future State, whatever the fuck, it still seems like he's like dated on and off with Stephanie. So yeah, that's really exciting. And I guess I gotta say, Um, like I said, Tim has always been my favorite Robin. He's always been the most interesting. He's always been the most level-headed. I will never forgive DC for how they've just been throwing this character away since Identity Crisis. Good Lord, it's been a long time that they've started ruining this character's career. I'm just happy Dan Didio's gone, so maybe maybe the teenage characters at DC and couples can actually be somewhat remotely happy in their storylines. But that's another gripe. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm really happy for the character. He's the best character. He's my favorite Robin character, and that's I do find some kinship in that because this year I've also kind of come out publicly as bisexual, and that means something. That kind of stuff. All your life, you hear things about with characters and diversity, and how it really does mean something to see yourself portrayed in stories and art. And I've seen it for myself. I don't have to be like a Black woman to understand that connection with the character. But like now, today, and I'm thinking about that. I've collected a lot of Tim Drake comics, and I have been super pissed off about how they treated him over the last few years. So I definitely have had a connection with this character. So yeah, it's great. It's really cool. I'm really happy to hear this. I don't know where they're taking it. If I was Bernard, I would run 1,000 miles away from any DC hero. Do not get involved with any of these people. They only ruin your lives. But hey, okay, give it a shot. You deserve a shot like anybody else. So good luck. So I don't know. Maybe maybe dating someone, maybe dating a superhero in the DC universe will allow you to continue to have a functioning history, or maybe it would ruin your history. I don't know. Let's see. It's funny. I've often joked that taking a history class, and if you live in the DC universe, taking a history class would absolutely suck. Because let's say you spend all week studying for like a history test, and then you fail it because history changed overnight. That's bullshit. That's not fair to you. What the hell, man? Yeah, Superboy punches time and I get an F. Thanks. Fuck you, Superboy Prime. So, I think I've gone off target here, but essentially, I'm really happy to hear this. Let's see, Marion, you're asking about, let's see, even though you've liked Steven Universe Future, can you understand why some people have problems with it? Yes, I understand. I don't agree with those problems for the most part. But I've had some complaints regarding like the 5th season and Steven Universe Future of how some of the storytelling could be rushed. That's an issue, but that comes from the network. That's not so much Rebecca Sugar and crew deciding, oh, you know what we need to do? We need to rush these stories. Like, no, they did as much as they could with the time allotted, and that does have something to do with the fact the LGBT material that they were putting in the show. Yeah, they were supportive, but up until a point, and they could have had a 6th or 7th season, considering how successful the show was, but they didn't get that. They only got so much, so you can only do so much with the time you have. But I don't know. So I do want to talk about Red Knight 6 a little bit. And I also want to take the opportunity, like if anybody has any questions about the current Kickstarter, this issue of Red Knight or just Red Knight in general, and shit about writing. If you want to talk to me about writing, maybe I should do. I am plotting to do plotting. Haha. I am thinking about doing more videos concerning writing and the creating process, because that's something I enjoy talking about. I hear a lot of like fledgling creators bring it up and want to talk about it. So it's definitely something I should do more. So I definitely wanted to take the advantage of the fact that I'm doing a Kickstarter now. Maybe I should do more live videos talking about it. And yeah, I know, promotion, stuff like that. So, hey, Marion, be down for that. Hey, Nightwing, it's a great day to be a Tim Drake fan. Yeah, today, Jesus, finally, good God. I feel like this is the first good Tim Drake news I've heard in a long time. Granted, I'm stopped reading DC, so I don't hear Tim Drake news as much as I used to, but it's the first really big Tim Drake news I've heard in a while that's really made me smile. So I'm very excited. I hope you're digging it too. Sounds like you are. So let's see. Like I said, I'm doing the Red Knight Kickstarter right now, and this is for issue 6, and this is the debut issue featuring Mr. Bird. And Mr. Bird is a villain who actually, for the first time in this series, will, in a big way, introduce magic. Now, it's been mentioned that magic exists, but this is the first time our heroes actually have to contend with it. And he has used a spell that's permanently bonded with him, or you could say he's even cursed himself, to be able to control birds. And he is very mad at some people. So he is starting a plot of revenge where he's already killed someone at the beginning of the issue, and he can actually control these birds to the point where they can even get into people's houses and kill them and leave. So that's one of the exciting things. I wanted to do something really different with the issue. Instead of just guys punching each other in tights, I wanted to do something a little bit more creepy and more thoughtful like that, which is why I brought in Shiloh Penfield, who's been the secondary artist on the book after J.C. Grande, and she is wonderful. I absolutely love her work, and she really excels at doing fantasy horror. She definitely, has such a knack for that. I wanted, when I started working with her, I definitely wanted her to do this issue first, and she absolutely kills it. It's beautiful. Forrester Radlett's colors on this really enhance it. It's a gorgeous looking issue. I'm very excited about this. Also, in terms of magic, there's a backup story featuring Madame Crescent, who is probably the most powerful superhero witches in the Red Knight universe. And she is like a celebrity witch superhero. She's kind of got some good shit going on for her. And it's basically a one-page backup, explaining her backstory. I am getting another question from Marion. Hey, Manos, do you think one of the biggest reasons Batman won't kill the Joker is because he's afraid of himself? Yeah, that's a good point. And excuse me, I've actually brought this up in previous videos. There's I do talk about this quite a bit in my review of Joker Devil's Advocate. I talk about this a little bit, and that I don't think people think enough about why Batman doesn't kill the Joker, or shit, he doesn't kill everybody. It's because it's not so much about Joker, it's about himself. And I actually make a practical case why he doesn't kill the Joker, because it's not his job. He is a guy working outside the law who has a very, as you've noticed, a stressful relationship with the police. And having a good relationship with the police makes his job easier. So if he starts killing people willy-nilly, they're going to have to eventually kind of like do something about it, or at least it'll slow him down. So if he starts killing people left and right. That just makes his work very much, Gordon will not support it. Also, like I said, it's not his job. It's the job of whatever the hell state Gotham is in. Let's say it looks like Gotham is in a state that has the death penalty. They could try him as a sane person. They could put him on capital punishment. They could kill him, but they don't, and they keep putting him in this place that cannot hold him. How do you think that would work in real life? Now, we've had people like insane madmen who have like killed people, not to the cartoonish extent of the Joker, but there's the Charles Mansons of this world and the Ted Bundys. Those guys didn't escape. Charles Manson was in California, which did not have the death penalty, and they somehow was able to keep him for 50 years until his death. He died in prison. Never escaped. Ted Bundy was executed. Okay, see, that's how it works. And the Joker, who has killed thousands of people, he is a constant threat. And the government of Gotham doesn't do anything about it. And it's their job. It's not Batman's job. Batman is doing above and beyond. And also, I am a big believer in the idea that Batman sees himself and his villains. And I think that's a point that's been brought up quite a bit in not just comics, but all different forms of media. And if he can save them, he can save himself. Let's see. And, to be honest, I was just thinking today, it actually is, that plan is working. I mean, Harley Quinn was the Joker's sidekick girlfriend, and now she is basically part of the Bat family in a way. Poison Ivy has converted as well. And there's a couple villains here and there. I mean, you can kind of see his point, if that is his point, which I kind of think it is. So, for those who think Batman should kill the Joker, or something, I don't think those people are really thinking through. And in short, fuck Red Hood. So, let's see, Nightwing says, those damn birds trying to kill us. Alfred Hitchcock was right. Yes. Like many people who have thought of doing stories about birds killing people, the Alfred Hitchcock's Birds was a slight influence on this character, in that Alfred Hitchcock's Birds never really even attempts to explain why the birds are attacking, which is one of the eerie things about the film. And I remember years ago thinking, well, wouldn't it be cool if someone could like use swarms of birds as a weapon, as an extension of themselves? And I've seen birds in real life in big flocks kind of swooping around, and just thinking about that being controlled by a mind, an angry, deranged mind. So that got more and more interesting the more I thought of it, and that's kind of where I ended up with the story about Mr. Bird. I originally published this a few years ago with Primal Paper Comics back when I was working with them, and it was in black and white, and Shiloh's pencils look gorgeous in black and white as well, but they look more so in color. And I've given this script a little bit of a slight adjustment, although to be honest, the original script I thought was really well edited. I think we did a great job with that one. So that has the less. I think that this one has the least amount of work for the relaunch than the other issues we've done so far. We'll see about when we get to 7 through 9 if they need to be retouched or anything. But right now, I think 6 is really looking good. So I've decided to rename it. I originally titled it Mr. Bird. And this is back when I was like really into just simple 1-word, 2-word titles and stuff like that. I still like those kind of titles, but I've really grown into doing. I've really love doing stupid titles for Red Knight. Let's see. I love birds, but I'm allergic to them. Yeah, I feel the same way about cats. I'm mortally allergic to cats. Birds, not so much. Although I haven't really been too close to a bird, so I don't think I'm allergic to them. But I originally titled this Mr. Bird because I thought that was kind of cool. Like, it's interesting. He's the debut villain issue. But I decided to call it A Murder of Me. And I really like the vibe of that title. I really kind of enjoy saying it. It sounds fun. It's a play on A Murder of Crows. And he's killing people. So, maybe I'm over-explaining. But so I really dig it. So that's going to kind of be the thing. And I am going to do more stupid, fun, punny titles with Red Knight, I promise. So let's see. Hopefully Owl House will have a better series finale than Star. That's a safe bet. I can pretty much guarantee. It's funny. It's real. I haven't really heard anybody talk about this, but from what I don't know 100% what Emperor Belus is planning for his Day of Unity, but it looks like his evil plan is what Star did in the finale of her series, but it was presented as a good thing. Like, oh, it brings everyone together. And it's presented as a bad thing, like in this series, at least so far. And I guess that might be a coincidence, or maybe, that inspired Dana to think, like when she was putting this together, like, oh, what if somebody did that? What if, what if that happened, and maybe it wouldn't be so great? So yeah, that would be kind of fun. I don't think the show is calling it out, but I think it's one of those things how kind of creators can kind of like inspire each other and kind of get a thought going, and they go, well, what if I take this idea and kind of twist it, and, kind of go this direction. So yeah, I think you can bet money that it's going to be a strong season finale. I don't think the show is going to do a 4th season. Just from my knowledge of how these things play out. Because, contracts are signed, they make plans. They probably only got so much of a season. So, they've already plotted out these shows. So I don't know if they can do like a 4th season, even if like fan support just goes even into this stratosphere. But it would be fun. I would, man, I wish I could like enjoy this show for years and years. And I would go for comics and films and just fucking, just do whatever. I will just watch. I'd watch and eat this shit up. So we'll see. Now, let's see. I have now if you hit below, there's the link below for the Kickstarter for Red Knight, Thick the Murder of Me, and if you click there, you can check out the rewards available. If you haven't read the comic before, there's a reward that catches you up on the whole series. If you want to collect it digitally, you want to collect it in print, you can do that. You can do both. There is the Red Knight pop figures that are still available, made by Lindsay. They're adorable and fun, and I absolutely love them. And I've had people really who've gotten them in the past and really dig them. So we'll see about that. Let's see. Marianne saying because Star really fell from grace in the end. Yeah, and I gave that show, I gave that final season like benefit of the doubt all the way to the end until I saw what story they were doing. It's like, oh, I don't know. It's pretty disappointing. And then I got a chance to really see what other people were saying about it. And I realized that that was kind of the consensus on it, which is really too bad because, geez, I mean, season 3 is fantastic. And it ends so well. I don't know. I sometimes wonder if they didn't know what to do after that. I don't know. Sometimes when I go back and think about those episodes, it does feel like that. Like they were like, well, she kind of got themselves in a corner. I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume how they their thought process. Maybe this was the whole end game plan the whole time, and it just didn't work. But let's see. I'm trying to figure out what else is going on. Suicide Squad has come out, and I have not seen it, so I hope to see it sometime this week. I did a tier list of the Marvel films before Black Widow came out, so I do kind of need to update it. I think before I actually really put Black Widow in that list, I think it's probably going to be a mid to higher tier film, probably close to the top 10, probably not in the top 10, but maybe in the high teens, somewhere between 11 and 15 or something like that. I really did like that one. I didn't do a review. I have been not doing stuff because a couple of years ago I would have been all over that with like a spoiler cast and being on people's channels and shit like that, but I haven't really talked about it. But yeah, I need to watch the Suicide Squad, and then I can decide if whether or not it's better than Birds of Prey, which I don't think that's. I mean, that's a high bar for me, because I think that's the best DCEU film, easy, and I love telling people like that. And I've had a girl at work like really surprised by it. She goes, "Really think that one's the best?" And I go, "Well, I haven't seen it." Well, no. Like, well, maybe you should see it. So I don't know. I really like James Gunn. I think I really enjoy his aesthetic and the way he approaches stuff. So that'll be fun. I have not seen Invincible. I don't know why. I don't know. There's something about Invincible that looks like I would love it, and I don't. I did read the comic for about 20 issues, about around the 100 mark. I think right around the 90s, I picked up the book, and I read it for a little while after that. I don't know. I just couldn't get into the series, so I didn't read it from the beginning. So I don't know. Maybe from the beginning, it's a little bit more engaging. But let's see. When I was reading it, he and his wife Adam Eve, went off to another planet at that point, and I don't know. I have not seen the show. Actually, to be honest, I've been thinking a lot about watching Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol season 3 is about to come out. I really think the show looks cool. I've not watched any episodes of it. So, you can definitely check that out. This is turning into Manos doesn't watch shit. So I don't know. Maybe I can get back into watching some shit. The problem is, a few years ago when I started this channel, a comic book movie or a TV show was, I don't know, like every once in a while one would come out. Now they're everywhere. Like you literally can't keep up if you do. Like if you're doing a YouTube channel, you got to talk about this shit all the time. And maybe if I had a YouTube channel that was like a bunch of people, then like if I brought on some people to talk about shit on this channel, I'd be able to do that. I can talk at length about the Disney Plus Marvel shows because I think those have been really killing it. I've already done a non-spoiler review of WandaVision, but I have not talked about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I have not talked about Loki. And to be honest, I wasn't interested in both. Actually, I wasn't interested in all three of those when they were announced. And I thoroughly fell in love with each one of them because I was going to watch them. They were part of the MCU. I find that stuff in. I'm a fan, so I was going to check them out anyway. And I was really, really knocked out by all of them. And I'm really happy. Like they're all three pretty different. Like WandaVision is this David Lynch nightmare, and uh, David Lynch nightmare with an explanation. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is pretty straightforward, which thank God, because that's a nice kind of buffer with Loki. And Loki is probably one of the best Doctor Who seasons. I've seen it quite a bit. So I am very curious. You know, at first I thought this what if thing was just going to be, I don't know, this fun thing with the characters and shit like that. Let's see. Let's see. Nightwing says, I don't watch that shit too, and I need to fix that. Yeah. It's hard to get in. It's hard to watch everything. There's so much stuff now. I feel like let me finish up my thought and then I'll get into that. So there's oh yeah. Yeah, what if looked like it was just like I don't know, some fun cartoons based in the Marvel universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe using the what if formula. But now after Loki, I'm thinking, oh, okay, the multiverse is split off DC comic style. So hey, I guess these are going to be the different universes that we'll examine. And I don't know, maybe these things will actually somewhat matter in the scope of things. Or maybe it's kind of a testing ground, like, hey, people like are really excited about, Captain Carter or what, to be honest, Captain Carter and T'Challa as Star-Lord are really the only two, I guess the zombie one, are the only ones I really know of. So I don't know, I guess, hey, we love Agent Carter, and that would be a cool way to bring her back, like a big 6-foot buff version of her. I'd take that. So I don't know. This might be a way to kind of explore things. That might be fun. Let's see. I'm excited for She-Hulk and Miss Marvel. And so far, I'm very happy. My only concern, I guess, with the next couple of years of the MCU is I hope it doesn't come all about the multiverse, because if you've listened to me bitch about DC Comics, multiverse stuff can get boring very fast. I only have so much patience with that kind of stuff, which people never. I feel alone in that. I feel everyone else like can't get enough of it, and I feel it feels like it feels like an unpopular opinion. Like, oh, like everyone else loves 80 different versions of the same thing they just saw. Like, oh God, what if Peter Parker was, I don't know, killed by British Nazis from Mars? Okay, great. What a great story. Like, yeah, whatever. So I don't know. I guess I'm a little over that kind of thing. So I'm hoping it doesn't really kind of take over. But it does definitely look like Phase 4 will be affected by this. And look, hey, one of the things I like about the MCU is its ability to translate stuff that we as comic fans have been like enjoying and not enjoying for years, and bring that to the film medium for filmgoers who only really kind of just watch films and TV shows about superheroes. There's been all this shit. I mean, look, people who only watch kind of superhero movies and TV shows for the last blah, 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 blah decades. They've only really been getting like one or two different stories, and they haven't really had the concepts of superheroes really explored thoroughly in the same ways that we have. So that's been one of the fun things about the last decade of superhero films and TV shows is they've been able to get that experience. So I'm kind of enjoying that. This will be, and it's kind of interesting seeing how they'll react to the multiverse shit. So, and it seems like they're excited about it. So that's good news for Marvel, I guess. I haven't, speaking of good news from Marvel, really talked about the whole like Scarlett Johansson thing. And I'm only really casually following that. And I'm not like anywhere near like a legal expert and a money expert, a contract expert, or an expert at anything. But I have been, I've been following it casually. And one of the things I love what Disney makes, but I don't always enjoy how they make it or how much they pay people to make that stuff. It does seem like they do kind of like, and Disney and Marvel. Let's just be honest. It's funny. A few years ago, when Disney bought Marvel, some fans were like, "Oh no, they're gonna ruin Marvel! I can't believe this happened! Like this is shocking!" Like I don't know. It seems like they're kind of very similar companies with very similar ways of doing things, and one of them is not paying artists great. So, match made in heaven there. But then again, to be honest, maybe it's a little unfair to call them out specifically. I mean, they're not the only ones. Let's face it. So, I know some people want to say like, Scarlett Johansson's a rich star. She doesn't need it, but yeah, she's a rich star, but she is not as powerful as Disney. 20 years down the line, who do you think's going to have more power in media, Scarlett Johansson or Disney? So that's gonna definitely be an interesting lawsuit. You definitely see some other people popping in about it, and we'll see. Because I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with this. And this, by the way, I mean, could be opening up the floodgates, not just for people suing Disney and people negotiating their contracts with Disney, but this would be for other companies as well. Disney isn't the only people who do this kind of thing. Let's see. Nightwing says, "I really want to get Disney Plus. I just need the money. Is it worth it on the whole?" I would say yes. I watch Disney Plus quite a bit, actually. I have too many streaming services, and I know that's not enough because there's a few I would like. I do watch a lot of YouTube, but that's free. And I have like Hulu, I have Netflix, I have Amazon, HBO Max, and Disney Plus, and Lindsay pays for Amazon Prime. And then we do also watch Tubi. By the way, Tubi is free, and I highly recommend them. It's a really great streaming service. They have a lot of shit. You don't even have to have a membership to watch their stuff. I mean, it helps because you can collect and watch lists and stuff like that. But you don't even have to be a member. You can just click on their channel, click on their streaming service and watch. And then there's some streaming services I would like to get. I would love to get Shudder, and I'd like to get Crunchyroll because I would like to watch a little more anime. But I just can't reach. I can't fork over the dough for that stuff. Because every once in a while something cool will come on Crunchyroll or Shudder. It's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like HBO Max, I pay a lot for HBO Max. We don't watch that as much.
No.
Yeah, which is weird. They have a lot of cool shit on it. Because I basically rationed it like this. Disney has about half of what I watch, and Warner Brothers is basically the other half. These are the two halves to most of the stuff I watch. And one has Marvel, one has DC. So I definitely recommend Disney Plus because look, Disney Plus has like, of course, all the Marvel movies and Star Wars stuff and Mandalorian. They have all their like classic films. They have a lot of great TV shows. Of course, they have Owl House, which I recommend. Will not shut up about. I think it's great. So I do think it's worth the money. It's not that expensive. It's actually less expensive than I figured it would be. HBO Max, I think, is like I think $6-7 more a month. So I think it's a great deal. I would recommend it. I recommend giving it a try. Watch Owl House, and then see if you want to keep it.
Yeah, the great thing about streaming services is you can pay for them month to month.
Yeah,
usually.
you can drop them off. Yeah.
So you can watch, like, wait for a show to like fully premiere everything.
Yeah.
Get it for a month and then binge watch what you want to watch.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what our recommendation is. Give it a shot. Yeah. It's funny. Like for the longest time, it was like, no, I'll probably drop Hulu, but lately we've been dropping it. We've been watching Hulu a lot.
That's because we've been watching old anime.
Yeah, we've been watching like Sailor Moon and One Piece, and yes, Manos finally discovered One Piece. Let's see. I think there's like 900,000 episodes of the show. So
we're what, 41 episodes in?
Yeah, I think we're in the 40s. I think we're around 40 episode 41 or something like that. So, matter of fact, I have recently started just watching clips from recent episodes because they're so far in the future. I mean, I don't like. It almost doesn't matter. Like, it's not spoiling anything I'm watching. So I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll watch a clip on it. Like, oh, that's really funny. I'm glad they're going more insane as the series progresses. So yeah, I think we're getting close to the hour mark, which is like I feel like I should do like an hour on these shows. So yeah, hey, that's it for now. I'll try and do another episode in a few days. And yeah, I know what I was saying earlier about considering stopping the channel. I don't think I'm going to stop the channel. I've been very dispirited about the channel, but I don't know. I feel like I don't want to stop. I don't know. It's just this really weird kind of position I've been in lately, and I don't think I feel like stopping the channel. Maybe I'll just be less unprofessional. I don't know. I've been trying to be less unprofessional, and actually I've been watching my numbers go down, so maybe I should just go back to this just being a random guy rambling with no script. I was actually doing better when I was doing that shit. So I don't know. Maybe, hey kids, did you like me just rambling with no script and saying 30 times? Like, I made a conscious effort to cut that, and I'd watch my videos like drop. Like, great, I'm glad I worked all that. So now I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't care. Maybe I should go back to not caring. Enjoyed it as always, man. Good talking with you again. Great talking to you. I'll be doing another live show in just a few days, actually. So keep looking for it. And maybe I'll have prepared notes. So anyway, hey, before I go, I just want to refresh and say that Red Knight 6, A Murder of Me, is now on Kickstarter. You can support the book, and you can just get the issue, or you can go back and get previous issues. You can get it in digital, and you can support me and Indie Comics. So I think that's it. Don't leave YouTube. I will not leave you. I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, I'll gonna get going, and it was fun as always, and I'll see you guys later.